This is the first episode in a four-part series that summarizes the Athens-Clarke County Water and Wastewater Service Delivery Plan. The Service Delivery Plan is the culmination of over 18 months of collective effort by the professionals in the Public Utilities Department. You can see all four Service Delivery Plan videos at accgov.com/SDP and leave your comments or questions at the website. You can also call 762-400-8330 and leave a voicemail. We are hosting a virtual public meeting on June 30th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can get more details at the website or by calling the phone number and leaving your contact information. This address and phone number will reappear on the final slide. Water for homes, water for business productivity, water for fire protection, water for public health. This is essential to all of us. Transporting wastewater from homes and businesses and treating it so that it is beneficial to our rivers is also important. Your water and wastewater plants have won numerous awards over the years for good operation and maintenance. And we endeavor to make sure the water coming and going meets high standards by performing approximately 200,000 laboratory tests each year. Water supply is an area where we have to look beyond the 20-year horizon of the Service Delivery Plan. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with a summary of the 2020 Service Delivery Plan. I will start with a brief history of the plan, its goals, and how it drives our capital infrastructure planning. Then I will talk about the projects identified in the infrastructure element and their prioritization in the capital improvement element. We call it a service delivery plan, but you can think of it as a long-range capital improvements program with you in mind. It is a merger of a system master plan and a prioritized strategic plan integrated with a sophisticated 20-year financial model. The first plan was developed in 1995, and we have updated it every 5 years since. In every update, we review the goals and objectives for water and wastewater service. In the infrastructure element, we assess the existing water and wastewater system. We also identify future needs based on things like the future land use map, the county's comprehensive plan, economic trends and goals, and other local planning efforts, jobs and housing. Finally, we identify improvements which are needed to continue to reliably produce clean water, deliver it to homes and businesses, and safely transport wastewater now and in the future. We prioritize these projects in the capital improvements element, and I will explain that in a bit. And we schedule those projects in the financial element. Each and every year we review performance measures and our finances as part of our annual capital budgeting process. This is a 20-year plan reviewed and updated every 5 years with annual checkups. The goals of the plan are: 1, to comply with the unification charter that requires us to adopt a plan to provide services to residents. 2, to develop a plan that supports water and wastewater reliability and also fire protection needs as determined by the comprehensive plan, expansions and extensions of service according to the future development map, recognizing that infrastructure influences long-term development patterns. 3, we will provide water and wastewater services using designs that protect or improve water quality, protect public investments such as conservation and recreational green spaces, and avoid impacts to environmentally sensitive areas like wetlands, buffers, and floodplains. The plan supports existing watershed protection programs with the intent to maintain or improve water quality standards. This is especially salient when we project sewer capacity. It relates to what I said about the comprehensive plan. The idea is to holistically integrate watershed protection with land use and density in our sewer sheds. And fifth, the plan aligns with the Mayor and Commission goals to improve water supply resiliency and reliability, aim for 100% clean and renewable energy, and manage environmentally damaging septic tanks. Now that we have reviewed the goals of the plan, it is time to present the infrastructure element. This slide shows the variety of studies and plans that we use to inform our infrastructure element of the service delivery plan. We also rely upon our staff to identify service improvement needs as they work in the field. Other studies help inform this as well, like the economic analysis of a water supply shortage. But these studies on the slide are the ones that help size the pipes and define the engineering criteria and types of facilities that address all of our current and future needs. Forecasting water and wastewater demand entails looking at population projections, our expectations for non-residential growth, changes in the university's water use, and historical demands and flows. We work with the planning department to help determine where the growth might occur, and we work with the economic development department to estimate non-residential demands, and we talk with UGA to get their projections. With these updates, we go back and check how accurate our projections are every time we update the plan. And we have found that the population projections provided by the planning department are almost always spot on. Better than the census, better than any other source. As a result, our water and wastewater projections tend to be very good also. The planning department helped put projected population changes into watersheds. When they did this for us as part of the 2015 plan, it was very innovative. This map shows expected population change from now to 2040. Once we have the projections at the watershed level, we can translate them into water demand growth areas. Here you see that downtown and the Trail Creek area are expected to see increasing demands. Working with the planning department helps us make sure that our projections are consistent with other public efforts, such as the comprehensive plan. We've gone through the categories of projects in the infrastructure element of the service delivery plan. The next step in the process is to prioritize them in the capital improvements element. The service delivery plan has 59 projects totaling $400 million between now and 2040. These projects will be scheduled using a financial planning model. The financial element of the service delivery plan will be available in the fall. The bulk of these projects are aimed at serving you better. More details on the individual projects in the first 5 categories are included in videos 2, 3, and 4. Category 1 includes some significant upgrades of our wastewater treatment process. Category 4 includes making your water supply more resilient in a drought. The 6th category relates to 2 of the overarching goals of Athens-Clarke County: better customer service and green energy initiatives. Now, the largest category is called rehab and replacement. Rehab, short for rehabilitation. This deserves emphasis. You are more than customers. You are owners, investors. You own the public health and environmental protection infrastructure with which we are entrusted. In other words, we want to make you proud of the 1,300 miles of pipes and 64 million gallon per day treatment capacity. These pipes and plants have a replacement value of $1.5 billion. Most of these assets have a 60 to 100-year useful life. If you divide $1.5 billion by 100 years, that suggests that we should be reinvesting $15 million per year to keep those assets in good condition. It's a lot like owning a house. On occasion, you have to replace the furnace or the roof. And when we replace, we upgrade to provide better service and to get more efficient. One way to benchmark the $264 million for rehab and replacement is to multiply that $15 million per year times 20 years. We're close to where we ought to be with that benchmark. We want to hear from you and appreciate the time you took to review this video. This summer, the first two elements of the Service Delivery Plan will be presented to the Mayor and Commission for their acceptance. And as mentioned, and in keeping with affordability, the financial element is the third part of the Service Delivery Plan. In the financial element, the schedule for accomplishing these goals and these projects is set with special scrutiny over the next 5 years. Again, this virtual video series is part of our community engagement process. We hope you will call us and leave us a question or comment, or use the form on the website. We will respond to questions and comments at the virtual open house question and answer session on June 30th at 1 p.m. We invite you to continue with the next 3 videos, which will provide more specific information on the Service Delivery Plan.